Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was 3 octave B flat minor arpeggio, followed by B flat major arpeggio, um, uh, largely in tubos. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really appreciate. I feel overwhelmed by all your kind comments, support, volunteering with your time, supporting me on my Patreon. I really appreciate. Thank you very much. Arpeggio along the scales are the important part of the technical work, isn't it? I do have to admit, even I myself cannot practice scales and arpeggio every day as much as I wish. But I do also have to admit it is important part of very basic technical review or warm up. Um, when I was studying, my professors would say, you practice 1 hour scale, 1 hour arpeggio, and 1 hour double stops. And by the time I practiced 1 hour scale, I was exhausted. And I thought, that's so unpractical. I could never work all these ones. So I realized I have to prioritize each practicing day what I have to start practicing first. And sometimes I use passages of repertoire pieces, performing pieces that is scale or arpeggio like as a part of warm up, which I think that would work too. But it is also important for us to review basic scales and arpeggios. I personally find that arpeggios are much more efficient as a warm up if you have a very limited time, because it deals with a different interval, which forces us to have to keep certain left hand frame, as well as shifting, as well as a bow distribution, and so on. So I encourage you to review that one. I'd like to share 5 common mistakes that I see in my teaching studio, and also I'll show you how one could improve those common mistakes. Not that I'm saying that you are doing it, but um, we tend to make similar mistakes or similar imperfection, if you want to say. But it's something we learn also by watching others what they have trouble with. So I just hope that will help you that one. Common thing to avoid, first of all, that I see as a lot of unfortunate playing is we get very soft and difficult part. So a lot of students start very loud. Then here, when it's difficult with the extension, we get very soft. So I'm exaggerating to make a point. It's not just the bow distribution. They're playing 1/3 of each bow, but also bow weight has to be even. In order to get to face the hard part a little directly and conquer it, I suggest that you start using less than a light bow at the beginning, then use a little more than a third bow, about half bow, then give a little more weight, then give and stay there. And get comfortable playing that one with the extension. More bow, stay there, and so on like that. Of course, one could work a little more than one, but generally speaking, use a little more bow and heavier bow in difficult notes, so that we don't feel like we're insecure. Common mistake too, and the things to watch for would be practicing scales, arpeggios, any technical parts too loud. It's nothing wrong playing big. Sorry. It's playing loud itself is not really wrong. But what it does when we play heavy bow, it creates also heavy gripping on the left hand, hence it creates unnecessary tension. Here we're trying to have a very relaxed left hand so that we can work on very nice shifting and control and extension on top of that. So I suggest you rather play soft and light bow. Maybe you can even start with a tilted bow. Like that one more. And so on like that. Just so that you bring yourself to just relaxed playing. Common mistake 3, or something to watch for, is understanding whether you're playing major or minor arpeggio. Remember, the only different note between B flat major arpeggio and B flat minor arpeggio is only one note. B flat minor starts with a B flat, D flat, F, and that repeats in another octave. In B flat major arpeggio would be B flat, D. So make sure the second note, either it's D flat or D natural, plays an important role when it comes to characteristics of major and minor key. So those are the one that you need to pay attention on. Here is special. This would be minor. It's particularly important when you descend. Minor. Yeah, like that. So make sure the third note is clear enough. Minor third, lower third note when it's minor key, and major third, a little higher third note. Now let's see. I think that brings me point 4. Things to watch for is we have to understand we're playing all 4 strings and we're starting from low position to the high position, up and down. So that's quite a bit of change. We think we have to keep the violin firm and then work hard on the left hand. But actually, violin playing almost always involves with both arms moving at the same time. That means when you're playing G string, tilt violin a bit by sticking your shoulder a bit this way. Then you will have a better access to G string. And as you go away from G string, flatten your violin with a opening your chest. Now, as you go higher position, raise your violin a little up to your left so that you don't have to overly squeeze or twist your elbow. You will see there's much more relaxed left hand. As you come down, descend, bring your violin down to the center, and you're gonna change the angle from flat to the tilted again. Same way. Of course, I'm exaggerating the movement a bit to show you, but basically G, D, A, and E string, vice versa, has to be adjusted, as well as the violin being in the center when you're near the frog, and when you are near the tip, violin goes a little out of sight, as though you both heads are going away. On top of that, when you're high position, try to raise your violin a bit more to give your left arm a little room to twist it. Otherwise, your left hand will get tense because there's just no room. Just raise it and to your left, and you will soon see it's much easier. Now, my last point. There's a lot of shifting involved in arpeggio, and that's what makes arpeggio particularly harder than other scales. So here, 2 things in point 5 I would like to mention. Make sure your fingertips are not overly heavy, especially when you're shifting. First fingertip has to get very light. Here, light the first finger, your forehead, still on the string, but as though you're releasing it, and it's easy to slide it. Once you have it, then you place the bow weight, fingertip weight again. Reminder. And now again, descending, it's very important. Your thumb goes a little ahead. By thumb going a little ahead, you're helping the left hand to find its way out. Because if you don't, you have to bring all hand, and it's very difficult to get it all at once. So because there's so many movement involved, we're trying to help by doing different motion at a different time. Left thumb goes ahead as a guidance and bring the rest of the hand. And so on like that. Some people a little overemphasize the importance or the amount of time that we have to work with the scales in arpeggio. I'm not always in that opinion, but I do acknowledge there are certain techniques that has to be reviewed, and arpeggios are one of those. It's totally worth to review, whether it's a 3 octave, 2 octave, 4 octaves. Yeah. I wish you happy practicing. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye bye.